Welcome home, and welcome back. My name is Melissa, and I will be your multidimensional cosmic tour guide today. I am on site in my mobile office in Sedona, Arizona, and I am watching the sun go down in one of my favorite places where you can see Boyton Canyon, which would be a vortex area, and you can feel the beautiful energies and love and light here. And I was really nudged to do a quick channeling with David Bowie. I was running around today and working and doing all kinds of stuff, and I went to go eat, and the first thing I heard when I walked in the door of the restaurant, I was by myself, I heard David Bowie. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes. So I'm feeling a calling, and he's here, of course, and that bandwidth of energy that holds the frequencies of Christed higher energies that David Bowie represents and is in. So he's saying, let's dance. And he's saying, hold compassion for yourselves and for compassion for others as these shifts are continuing and moving along and growing and things are happening. And so I got the David Bowie card out of the music oracles deck. And it says, never lower your mask until you have another beneath. Never lower your mask until you have another ready beneath. And that's one of the quotes of David Bowie. The ultimate starseed right there. There's the Ziggy Stardust and the planets and David Bowie. And he says, gentle. Be gentle as you continue to stay grounded and have compassion for yourselves in every process that you're going through. Have compassion for others as the lower matrix continues to grasp at us. The next quote says, cultivate strangeness and beauty will follow. And I have this vision of being on another planet with David Bowie, and it's sort of just different. So it's strange. His theme, he knew inside, he knew his calling was strange. And, people said, you're really very intelligent and you should do this. And part of his family was schizophrenic, and he saw suffering and mental breakage in others in his family. It was really hard for him. And I think, if I understand correctly, he had some some serious drug things going on in part of his life, but he also had breakage and balance pieces in himself, just like all of us do in one way or another. And he said it wasn't always easy. And he says, when you cultivate the strangeness that he knew that was his calling, others told him, no, you should be this, you shouldn't be a musician. And he said, nope, this is what I'm supposed to do. I don't care if I have any money. I don't care if Angie, his wife was named Angie, and a lot of others really liked her. So he said through those rock and roll years, his strangeness did bring beauty, and it brought him to his peace and sacred union in himself, which, later he had a different wife and gorgeous mom, starseed, perfect match. And he says, not a mask hiding, but a mask of one of the bandwidth pieces of who you are is kind of what he's expressing. So allow one of the archetypes, the roles, the pieces of who you are in that Christed pure form, which could be strange to other people. Allow that to be you, be your expression when it is time. So I love that. And have compassion, he says. So the last quote says, seek the truth floating far above the moon. And he says the moon is the illusion, the simulated illusion that we live in. And he says, as you rise above that and have that eagle's eye view, you'll know that your sacred truth is always emanating, and that is always your connection, no matter what, no matter how bad it's become, no matter how far you've been broken, no matter what. Past the moon is your truth, and past the moon in us is our sacred truth. And he says, it's time, everybody. remember to hold that compassion. And he's also saying there, please know that the universe, God, source, creator, one God, one universe, light, he's saying has recognized all of you who have tried to do the right thing, and not only tried, but done the right thing, told the truth, took responsibility for yourself, and held that integrity and dignity in everything that you did, and stayed in your own lane. All of you, it's a really big time to be of service to others if you can, because our discernment, we are safer than we've ever been. Our discernment can push away, parasites and the things that are still trying to grasp at us. But he's saying those true heart-centered service to others, service to humanity, you have been noticed and known, and your goodness and generosity and kindness and truth has been well documented and well known. You are super famous, super rock star seeds. As for the others that wanted to be famous by taking, stealing, stomping on you, lying, harming others, it's also been noticed and been unplugged for many of you. So good job, super rock star seeds. He says, welcome home. And you may feel that compassion in you. And he says, in compassion is passion. And in a clear, Christed form, that's a beautiful thing. So he says, he's going to sprinkle some Ziggy Stardust on us of passion and compassion for our next breaths and days and weeks and months and our purposes and our missions and our lives. And he says, that's what this bandwidth frequency brings today. Tuning up. He says, welcome home, and you belong. Thank you all so much for all of the support, the likes and the shares and the subscribes, and just the much support and compassion you have all had for me. And if anyone would like an appointment, a service, or, tour, virtual tour, just let me know. The information, the web pages are in the box below. I thank you. Welcome home.